decided to start this free market that offers not just canned goods. We have fresh food and some prepared food.
What do you mean babies have mental health? Like,
Yeah.
what do they do? They sit on a couch and they tell us about their problems? I was just like, what is happening?
Everybody gather, Mauka to Makai. We gotta take a good look inside. Keiki and Kupuna, time for Helemai. We work together so we can rise. Local business, non-profits too. Doing their best for me and you. We're gonna celebrate the ones who make Hawaii great. It's Elevate 808.
Aloha and welcome to Elevate 808, where we feature the small businesses and nonprofits creating real impact across our islands. Today we're going to be hanging out with two great orgs with a whole lot of love for our community, from the tiniest keiki to our treasured kupuna. First up is Waikiki Community Center, where you'll find everything from preschool to pantry support and even some line dancing.
Waikiki describes our location. But other than that, we have people from all over Oahu come, and actually all over the world. You don't have to be living in Waikiki or working in Waikiki even, or from Waikiki to access any of the things that we do here.
We're bagging for our emergency food bank, which is Tuesdays from 1 to 2. We feed mostly chronically homeless on this side. Some seniors, but that are people that are struggling. For this particular one on Tuesday, they come here and they pick up. Now, Sean and I go out into the senior housings around this area, and we hand out stuff from also our Target pickup and this.
Oh, wow.
Because they have kitchens, so they'll have a little more variety.
Yeah.
This group here on Tuesdays normally doesn't have a place to cook. So that's why we strictly stick with the canned food.
Do you have some good?
Wow, it's not every day I get called handsome. Thank you.
Jim, are you doing anything? You're not doing cookies or cereal?
So Donna's been working here for over 25 years. She knows the ones that have like dogs and they want some dog food, or if they like certain things. The great thing about being in a community-based organization like this is we really meet the needs of the people in the community. As those needs change, we change along with it. So at the end of last year, we had heard from a lot of our families and seniors that they're struggling with food security. People that are working or that have traditionally not needed this type of support in the past are struggling because of the cost of living being so high. I mean, the cost of living was already high before the pandemic. It really went up more after the pandemic and did not go down. And then we had this crazy inflation. We decided to start this free market that offers not just canned goods like we can offer at the food bank time, but we have fresh food and some prepared food. And we have new partners in addition to the food bank. We're partnering with Aloha Harvest for that service, as well as the Target Waikiki and a lot of other businesses.
And so when there's an overabundance of food, or food that is still safe but on the verge of, but they can't keep it in the store, they contact food bank and then we go and pick it up.
We have a market here several times a month for the parents of our preschoolers, and then also for our seniors. One of the parents said, "Oh, this is so hopeful. This is coming at such a great time because, her husband just had knee surgery and had been out from work, and then something just happened to their car, and so they had a big car bill. And when you hear that, it's just like, this is what happens when life happens, right? You're living paycheck to paycheck. You're doing everything you can, but you have knee surgery, and a lot of families, they don't have paid time off.
Yeah.
If you're sick and you have to be out, well, you're not getting paid that day, right? And so everybody needs help sometimes, whether it's, and it might not be financial, but maybe it's social support, emotional support. Everyone needs help sometimes, and everybody can contribute things, because that's the other thing we found is I've had clients that would send me letters with, like $1 and some coins.
Wow.
And say, oh, whenever I have extra money, I just want to give you what I can. Because I'm so thankful to your team that, supported us and supported me. And, there's people like in that situation that said, oh, you know what, I want to volunteer, I want to help whatever we can. We've had clients who are food bank clients that help in our food bank, for example, right? Nobody just wants to always be with their hand out, right? Everyone wants to should feel like, yes, I can accept support, but I can always give back. I can give something of value. I'm a human being that has value to give. Our preschool is the Waikiki Community Preschool.
Good morning. How are you? How are you, friends? Are you fine? Are you good? How do you do? Hello, good day.
The goal of it is to close the achievement gap between children from lower income families and their more advantaged peers. And so research shows that children who are from lower resource families are often the ones who start school not on par with more advantaged peers. And unfortunately, there is a lot of research that shows too that kids who start behind often tend to be the ones that stay behind. Like they test them again in 3rd grade and in 5th grade and in junior high and high school. The research also shows that one of the most effective and efficient, aka cheapest ways of addressing that is preventative, which is quality early education.
Okay, gang, we got some big news from Waikiki Community Center. Starting this August, their preschool is making the leap to become Hawaii's first private preschool to go public as a charter school. Now, what that means is that more working families will have access to high-quality early education without the big price tag.
We kind of meet people's holistic needs. That's a very nonprofit-y thing to say, but we have services for seniors that provide critical assistance, around imminent loss of housing, needing basics like food, rent, transportation. And there's also this piece where they can come and make friends and hang out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play the music. I don't have to teach this because this is so easy. You just have to follow me while you can see me.
Yeah, the pressure.
And 2 and 3 and 4. To the right, left.
Oh, I'm already off beat.
Dip, dip,
Oh, God.
dip, dip, and turn, turn, turn. Follow Lorna.
Hey, Lorna.
Tip, 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 and turn, 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 turn.
How long is this class?
And tip.
Hour and a half.
Tip.
Oh my gosh.
And stop.
Yay, thank you. All right, my thighs are on fire.
So we're going to go out to social, it's called social crafting.
Hi.
We have a surprise guest today. Introduce
Surprise.
yourself.
That one. There's a cup.
I didn't know anybody,
Right.
and I heard about this and I started coming, and I come here 3 days a week now.
That's amazing. So how long have you been coming here?
Many years.
Yeah.
How long have you been here?
Me? 16 years.
This is like a whole new group of friends that we can meet and
I love that.
socialize.
Yeah.
Without this, I don't know what I'd be doing at home, doing
Yeah.
nothing.
It's not just that activity.
Yeah.
It's that people are connecting with each other and they develop relationships. And there's, a story about the Scrabble class. They had a member who became ill. He became ill and it got to the point where he wasn't able to come to the center anymore. And the Scrabble group went over to his house and played Scrabble with him every week until he passed away. Later that year, his son that lived on the continent came And he actually came to the center to talk to us, to tell us how much that meant to his dad. Just befriending someone or talking to someone, you know, that takes no money. That just takes a little bit of, maybe you're a little shy and it's a little bit uncomfortable for you. You know, that just takes a little bit of energy and effort. Yeah, everybody has something to give.
I had no idea infant mental health was even a thing before I got connected with this organization. But now I look at babies in a whole new light. Aim High is all about helping our littlest keiki thrive by focusing on the first 1,000 days of life, when so much of who we are starts to take shape.
Little ducks went out one day over the hill and over. Mother duck said quack, 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 and all of her little ducks.
The first 1,000 days of a baby's life is actually so incredibly important. What's really unique about this time period is that their minds are developing so quickly and so rapidly. This is actually the busiest time of brain development in your entire life.
As you can notice, the synapses are not connected in this newborn brain, and as they're having repetitive experiences with their caregiver, those little connections are happening. And you can see how much the connections build.
What we're actually doing at this point is laying the groundwork for all of future development. The baby doesn't grow up by itself, the child doesn't grow up by itself. There's a whole environment around the child that's really important, and that builds on and creates their mental health and well-being as they grow older.
What did you go through that brought you to this type of work?
I was working in their prison programs.
Wow.
And their prison programs was actually helping to, one, give some parenting classes to inmates, but part of my job was actually bringing babies into the women's corrections facility. Mind you, these were model inmates. They had to go through a whole lot in order to do that. And I was bringing in like an 8-month-old to 8 years old. I remember one of the children at age 8 coming in, and he was, you know, your average 8-year-old kid when we're outside the gate. But as soon as we got inside, he curled into a ball and he laid on the floor, and all he wanted was for his mom to hold him in her lap and rock him. And I didn't know what this field was at the time, and I was just like, what is happening? And now I know that he was just craving the relationship that he had been robbed of because of her incarceration. And so when I had the opportunity to go younger and younger and younger, I took it every single time.
It looks like this baby tomato is jealous of this baby tomato.
When you say helping infants and young children with mental health, what kind of things are you guys seeing?
Sometimes people think, like, what do you mean babies have mental health? Like, what do? They sit on a couch and they tell us about their problems? And no, they don't, but they do tell us a lot. The babies are really actually great communicators. It's just if we're able to listen. And so part of our work really helps people to start looking for cues from babies a little bit younger. Society that we're in today is very different than what it was even when you and I were growing up. It's one of the things that we talk about a lot. There's this really, really great study that is called the still face experiment. And what the parent does is just completely sits like this.
While they're next to the baby?
While the baby's facing them.
Oh.
And what you'll see is the baby trying to do everything in the baby's power to get this parent's attention back. Cry, scream, lean to the side, reach, and when the parent does nothing. And it's incredibly painful to watch.
Yeah, that sounds awful.
It's really painful. And if we think about what postpartum depression might look like, or caregiver depression might look like, that might look like that. But our faces can also look like that when we're staring at a screen.
Oh, that's a great point.
And so when parents are distracted by things in our society now, which we didn't have 30 years ago, sometimes we're seeing some different outcomes.
You want to sit?
Oh yeah, we can sit.
This chair oddly is appropriate
I know.
for you.
That's why whenever I go to preschools,
Yeah.
I'm always like, oh, I just fit right in.
We service the providers in the field who work with children ages 0 to 5. So that could be pediatricians to therapists to teachers, family child care providers, and we also work hand in hand with a lot of state agencies.
So lots of professional development for folks who are in the field of early childhood. And we also do consultation with different service providers. So we work a lot with preschools, childcare centers.
So sometimes it might be like a one-off where they're like, oh, we just want some extra pair of eyes to come in. But really when it comes to consultation, at least within infant early childhood mental health, we really believe it is a relationship, it's a partnership.
What kind of things are you looking for? And I see you got so many notes.
So many
I'm
notes.
terrible at writing notes, so mine would just be like, they played, smile.
Yeah, so to somebody who's not steeped in infant and early childhood mental health, it looks like they're just playing, right?
Right.
But play is the language of children.
That
So
makes sense.
we're really looking for what they're expressing through their play. And in a preschool or infant toddler center, we're looking that the environment is set up so that they can express those feelings.
It's so fascinating. I would never have thought like just the layout of the room makes such a difference.
Yeah, so we want it to be open so that the children can walk around easily, especially depending on their gross motor skills, right? So that they can move around comfortably without hurting themselves. But we also don't want wide open spaces that allow for running or jumping or throwing balls. So you can see that the shelves are even set up so that there's little pathways.
Yeah.
And they make different centers so the children can play with different activities within a center and then move to the next center.
So I saw that when one of the parents dropped off their child, it was the most depressing, sad thing. Like, is there something specific that they are trained to do to help make that transition for?
Sure, that's something that we're observing for. We would expect small children to have that type of reaction in leaving their parent. So like in that example, the teacher saw he was looking at a toy, and instead of trying to get him to join the circle time, she followed his lead. So we want to let him have the feeling, we want to let him regulate the feeling, and then join the activity when he's ready. Because if we try and force children to join activities when they are escalated or in the emotional parts of their brain, they're not actually retaining any of the information.
Interesting.
And their brains aren't online to learn.
Yeah. And then I noticed when they're doing story time, it was interactive. It wasn't just sit here and listen.
You noticed that. Yeah, and you noticed that she took a lot of opportunities to ask questions about how the characters were feeling.
That's right.
So we have to help children identify feelings. There's not just upset.
Yeah.
Right? There's frustrated, annoyed, angry, disappointed. And those are all little nuances that are really important in learning our emotional vocabulary.
And that in having that vocabulary, you've seen that's what's helping with the emotional and mental health of children as they develop.
Yes.
Wow.
We can't regulate feelings. We don't know even what they are.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
We don't have a name for it. How are we supposed to learn how to cope with it, or what we like to do when we're feeling disappointed, for example?
Our hopes is that we can come in, do our observation, debrief with them, really partner with them in trying to identify different strategies or how to strengthen those strategies or tools that they're already using. And then maybe mid-year, end of year, we can circle back.
Did you play with Play-Doh as a kid?
I sure did.
Did you eat Play-Doh as a kid?
I did not.
Okay.
Yeah, I did not.
Do you know if there's any kind of correlation between kids who eat Play-Doh
and their behaviors
as
adults?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe we should do a research thing on that.
Let me know what you find out.
Whether you're a parent or not, if you are living in Hawaii, we all have that kuleana, because our keiki can't do it alone, and their makua, their parents can't do it alone. It really, truly takes a village, a community, to be able to support these keiki. And If we know that what happens, like all their experiences in the first years of their lives will impact the rest of their life, and if we want them to be these solid adults growing up, like we all have to invest in them.
We're building these habits and these expectations, and when children can feel heard and seen and valued and respected, then we're on our way to a kinder, better world.
Yeah.
So that's the hope, that's the dream.
I love it. I want to live in your dream. That sounds like a great place. Check out Aim High's website for more info on their Fellows Program, mental health consultations, and volunteer opportunities. And if you're looking for something to do, well, Waikiki Community Center puts on over 70 different activities every single month. Just go to their events page on their website to see what they have coming up, and who knows, maybe I'll catch you at the next line dancing class. Well, that's it for this episode. I'll see you next time.
We learn about infant early childhood mental health, and then we start thinking about all the things that we did wrong as a parent. My kids could probably tell you a million things that I should have done differently. Really, they say that as parents, we only get it right like 30% of the time.
Oh, wow.
30%.
Not even
it's not
D.
even half. Right. F plus or something. But you know, knowing that we only get it right 30% of the time, one, that helps us feel it gives us a little grace, right? Like, okay, it's not just me, it's like all of us. And then it also, to me, I look at, okay, so what's the 70%? Like 70% of the time, there's opportunities that we can figure out how to repair, how we might be able to do things differently. Oftentimes we'll talk to parents about self-care. It could be just 5 minutes of just alone time, maybe do mindful breathing, give your brain a break as much as possible. Because when we do that, when we take care of ourselves, we'll be better able to take care of our keiki. And when we say self-care, it's also not self-care like do the things that you're supposed to do, like shower or sleep. Like, no, you should be doing that anyways, but look at other ways to take care of yourself.